Connor on Chain, we're back. Just gonna be talking about some stuff going on in the markets, just some general updates right now. We got a lot of stuff going on with BTC DeFi, Bitcoin DeFi. We got a lot going on with ERC404. And a bunch of coins have just started to move up a little bit, started trending up because if you guys are aware, Bitcoin is now at 47K, a little bit above it. So it's starting to trend up, go against my thesis a fifth time in a row. Because like I've said on the channel many times, I'm waiting for a heavy pullback. But Bitcoin has just not had that major pullback that I've been waiting for. And honestly, it looks like it's trying to trend up. I just realized, let's see if we can pull this up on Dex Screener. They've wrapped Bitcoin on every chain, but it's one thing. Dex Screener just needs to add a regular ETH and a regular Bitcoin. I don't know why they don't have it. I mean, maybe they do, and I'm literally blind to it, but so we're gonna pull up TradingView. I just want to look at Bitcoin real quick. So yeah, we got Olas looking juicy too. This dips below $4 or anywhere even $4.50, guys. It's gonna be a long-term entry. Bitcoin's at almost 48 now. So that's what I mean. I don't understand. Usually Bitcoin just goes against your thesis every time. That's how Bitcoin moves, and I should have known that. But yeah, like I've said, so as long, honestly, because Bitcoin on the daily has held like this major support, you can kind of consider even down here, I'd say even a support level. But it looks like Bitcoin is holding the support. So we might see a minor retest. And if anything, this could retest even lower before going up. But at the same time, it's probably not going to do that. It's probably just going to continue to move up. Maybe dip a little bit for a while, continue up. If it's going to keep going from here. Like I said, we could actually see downside from here, but I think it's probably just going to keep continuing to the upside. It's just we're in such a bullish momentum at the current moment. I don't see it not continuing. Just obviously long term. It's just, honestly, it's good. It's a good time to even DCA into a lot of coins. A lot of good ones I talk about are still on heavy dips. We had IXS down here. Already came up a little bit, but it's already coming back down. NKI as well. NKI has been down. It's starting to go up. I think if this comes back into anywhere under 2 cents, absolute gold, guys, just long term. They just launched their beta as well. And if you guys aren't familiar, NKI is a decentralized LLM language model, basically like a chat GBT, but with zero restrictions. Bottom line, it looks very strong for what it is so far. I think this could be a top project, a top AI project, if this team continues to build and integrate this, especially into existing platforms and projects, whether it's even Telegram. They have their bot, I'm pretty sure, working in Telegram right now. But if they can integrate this and even build a full web app in the same way that ChatGPT is, you go on, you create an email, sign up, and or if you're going to use NKI, you connect your wallet, do whatever you need to with it, and you just use their LLM. This could be the most bullish AI project in the entire space long term. Excuse me. But like I said, we're waiting on the bottoms, DCA'd multiple times, and like I said, eventually this is going to just absolutely moon. As long as the team doesn't pull any BS, there's nothing going on with it, this is going to run very, very hard. And there's a bunch that I talk about. I'm going to be making a bunch of videos on, some other individual altcoins that you guys see on the list here. In my Patreon, I've made many videos talking about most of these. But for YouTube, I definitely want to do that. And look at Bitcoin just hit 48. You got to be kidding. I don't think this momentum is going to stop. If this breaks 49.50, there's two scenarios that could play out of this. I feel like a lot of people have been calling for 50, 52K, before it goes up and eventually dumps. I don't know. I really think if it was going to dump, it was going to be right around this area. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen as far as Bitcoin continuing from here. It's definitely gonna mess around in this area for a while, but like I said, the momentum is just insanely strong, especially now after this ETF is finally hit. And I feel like it's obviously it was priced in for a while, but now it's actually priced in, as in Bitcoin has decided to move up what, over 20% in the last few days, maybe a week, couple weeks. So bottom line, that's Bitcoin, that's these altcoins. So on Twitter we got Merlin chain. So this has been a very hot project, and we've had a lot of people stake their bitmaps. They've staked a lot of their ordinals. A lot of staking going on this layer 2, this Bitcoin layer 2, but there's been a lot of FUD on it recently. And personally, I don't like to address FUD like that. You know, it's like if you guys do your research, you believe in it, invest very safe and small. If you don't want to believe in it, you don't care, you don't want to do your research, you know, or if you do your research and you don't think it's safe, you don't think it's good, then just back away, you know what I mean? That's all I gotta say with something like this. And for me, I'm personally not invested in Merlin. I'm way out of it right now. And you know, not even for any major good or bad reason. You know, for me, it's just after doing some research, I didn't find any documentation. That could be, you know, me just not looking hard enough or asking around. But you know, when it comes to a project, if it's you don't have documentation on your website, I think it's to me like that's kind of like you're slacking, honestly. And this seems like a very hyped project, but I just don't know. Like I said, I don't know why I couldn't find the documents. It should be that easy to find it. You know, if you're gonna be legit, if you want to be a top project, it's like you should be going out of your way to at least do simple things in which any investor, any person curious can dive deep. Bottom line. But again, Merlin chain, I'm not invested in this. I haven't staked anything. I'm just watching from the sidelines. But bottom line of this, whether this is BS, whether it's a scam, whether this is a fully legit project, I do think this is going to run based on how much volume. I'm pretty sure they had... Yeah, look at this. That's crazy. Over 500 million in total value locked right now. That is actually nuts. In 24 hours. That is disgusting. And I think they were going to launch... Yeah, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure they're going to launch at a literal 500k market cap or something. So I actually expect this to do unbelievable numbers, again, unless this is some sort of scam or BS, whatever it is. But yeah, like I said, I'll be watching this from the sidelines. You know, this could be a huge fade, but at the same time, it's, you know, I have a thesis, a trading plan, and again, if things aren't clear to me, or there's things that I question about a project, I don't invest in them. And you know, sometimes it's a good move, sometimes it's bad, you know, but again, that's how I operate. Everything is very strategic with how I operate in crypto. And that's just been my thesis for Merlin chain here. And yeah, and also we've had ERC404 too. These have just been going off. I think they're finally starting to cool off a little bit, but you know, like I talked about in my other video, if you guys saw, Pandora was absolutely killing it. You know, let me pull up Pandora here. Pandora is, like I said, has been killing it. 180 million in market cap. I'm pretty sure this is not when I covered it on YouTube. When I first found it, was I think somewhere right around here. And I was looking at this, I think like 4 to 6 million in market cap. And I was saying to myself, no, like you completely missed the boat. Like this is just way too much, you know. But then look what happens. This is why I'm like, I've been trying to figure out and change my strategy, because especially with first movers, guys, on any sort of new narrative, especially something like this, where it was a brand new innovation, and this was the literal first project under this innovation that you could buy publicly in the market that was still fairly low in market cap. It was primed to just absolutely run, and it did, you know. So that's one thing. If you guys get out of anything, first movers are always going to run very hard. especially if you can get in low and early. You know, and I regret fading Pandora here because I think it's just super dope technology. You know, it's a simple concept that I'm surprised hasn't been brought to light already in crypto. But you know, from the back end perspective, I don't know how difficult it is, you know, to code that kind of stuff in the contracts. You know, however it functions, you know, I'm personally not too knowledgeable on that, like how to actually create the whole contract for a 404 contract. But you know, the tech behind it's dope. It's literally just fractionalizing NFTs basically, like right on chain here. I think it's crazy, but like I said, we've seen these move, we've seen a lot of these run, and you know, I think, yeah, I just think bottom line, if Pandora really can come down a lot, I think once this hype really dies, this could be a good project to just long term, even own a little bit. You don't even need to hold like one full Pandora. Obviously at 23K, you know, unless you got huge pockets and or very high risk, you know, you're gonna be buying a bunch of these right here. But at the current moment, you know, I'd like to see this dip heavily before actually investing. But that's me. I like to see projects dip very heavily after all their hype dies, and then usually that's going to be where I enter projects. So you know, that's just recently what's been going on in the crypto space right now. You know, even meme coins on Solana, I feel like have kind of cooled off over the last few weeks too. Yeah, this has been another one that's been popping off. I'm not even gonna say it here. Yeah, these meme coins are nuts, guys. You know, something random to bring up too. If you guys were here in like June, July, August, I think even in September, when ETH meme coins were absolutely popping off, the ETH meme coins had their own massive run in and of themselves, and that was a span of like 2 or 3 months. You know, we saw projects like Joe, Smurfcat, you know, there's at least like 20, 30 of them. Aardvark, you know, so like Kechek, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Another one, like bottom line, like Mog, you know, my God, and then Bitcoin, ticker Bitcoin, you know, all of these, that was like the ETH meme coin, like DeFi summer, if you will. And right now we just finished like the Solana season. And I think it's funny because I think out of all these Solana meme coins that we've now seen just go in and out of the timeline like literally daily, there's going to be a couple winners that withstand it. And right now, obviously on ETH, Mog has been, in my opinion, one of the only ones that has withstood the test of just, you know, longevity for these meme coins, which is why I'm so bullish on it. And because it has a lot of in real life factors that can attract a lot of normies to actually invest in it rather than just an internet meme, you know. There's more to it than that, which is why I like Mog. But on Solana, like, you know, we have WIF, which I think WIF is going to be one of the top Solana meme coins, you know, whether people like it or not, or whether people like some other meme coins or not, is going to be WIF. And there's probably going to be a couple more, maybe 2 more that really withstand the time, or the test of time. And I think, honestly, GME long term might be that one too, mainly because that ticker is so prominent. As long as they don't rogue and do some BS, you know, I think GME on Solana might run very hard too in the long term. And more alpha for you guys too. I think another meme coin that you guys should be in if you're not is Trump coin. Like, whether you guys like Trump or not, you know, I could care less. But bottom line, if he wins the election, MAGA is going to probably at least billions. And I don't mean when he wins the election, because I think once the election is concluded, and if he wins, this is going to dump to actually zero. But if you guys are investing in this now on dips, and you sell a little bit before the election, you know, even if you don't sell the top, you know, if you get in now or any sort of time before the election, once the hype of the election starts popping off in the second half of this year, this is going to continue running and continue running. The more and more it seems like Trump is going to win. And that's going to be when you sell, if you guys are holding this. I just think it's probably going to be one of the easiest ways to print money over the next literal, I'd say 6 to 8 months. Just buy and hold Trump and just sell before the election concludes. I don't care if it's a day before, 2 weeks before, just do not hold into the election, guys. It will dump very hard, even if he wins. I'm telling you, do not hold into the election. Just sell after. And it's going to be easy money, but I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. Because initially when I first started talking about this, I saw this, I don't know where it was. Here, I think I called it somewhere down here, but I never invested in this myself. And it wasn't a full call, but I mentioned it multiple times. And, we saw this huge run. But even down here, I'm pretty sure it was down at a couple million in market cap when I first actually started to talk about it. I think 2 to 4 million, absolutely faded that as well. But you know what? I'm not going to fade it again. So I'm going to wait for this to dip more. And eventually, like I said, this is going to just break all-time highs. This could go to literal billions. I'm not kidding. Like, we've seen the most random coins pop to unfathomable levels. We saw Pepe in a week and a half, 2 weeks, literally go over $1 billion. I think almost 2 billion. So to think like a coin like this, especially when crypto's ramped up, crypto's already starting to pump like crazy, and the election's going on, to think that this can't hit billions, I think you're out of your mind. But bottom line, that's Trump. Like, that's just some very degen, high risk alpha that I personally am betting on again. But at the moment, that's kind of what I got for you guys. Just general update. Like I said earlier, I want to go into a bunch of other altcoins that, I have on my watch list that I don't talk about. I want to dive deeper into those, get them out on YouTube, because I think it's super important you guys know. I don't really give up my full portfolio on YouTube. I do that for the Patreon. But from there, that's mainly all I got for you guys today. Just honestly, just play it safe in this game. Play it safe. Do not risk your life savings on meme coins, guys. And as you can see, Bitcoin is continuing up, 48.1 now. And like I said, my thesis has been down, down, down. I've been calling for downside from here, 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 here. And it had a dip here, but that's, in my opinion, this is not a dip. 20%. Like, no, that's not a dip. Even here, 30%. It's like, I don't know. I really do think we need to see at least another 25, 30 to come back down there. But it's probably not going to happen, I've been proved wrong 4 times already just based on my, waiting for a dip, and it just hasn't happened. So this is probably going to correct, sit around here, and if the momentum just continues to trend, like if the momentum, say Bitcoin just does this and it starts going down, this is probably going to pop and continue. You guys could probably eventually draw like a support right here. And if the continued trend, if it's having trouble breaking through, but you can tell that the price action continues to trend up like this, more than likely it's going to be very bullish. So that's going to be what I'm watching over the next few weeks. And like I said, yeah, it might take a week, might take 3 weeks, might take 2 months, for this to continue. But, again, it's Bitcoin. This could just shoot up literally in 3 days, go to 52K by next Wednesday, But that's what I got for you guys today. A bunch of random info I'm just throwing at you guys, just checking the market out. And so I'll see you guys in the next video. And like I said, this week I'm going to be talking a lot more, or next week rather, talking a lot more deeper into a couple other projects here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.